Here is our xTGratingPanel plugin. We will first look at the Attributes in the Properties tab. We will load some saved settings for this demonstration to create a W19-4, which is a 1 1/4 by 3/16 grating bars. All the material properties can be set on the Parameters tab for the grating part that will be created. The bought out item description can also be set here. We can set the size and spacing of the bearing bars and the size and spacing of the crossbars. On the Positions tab, you can set the positions like you would with a beam or a column or contour plate in Tekla's on-plane rotation and depth settings. The DX start and end points can also be set here. On the End Banding tab, you can decide whether to have end bandings on the start end or the second end of the grating panel. If you specify the weld and turn it on, the end bandings will be created as separate parts welded to the grating panel part. If the weld is turned off, it will be added as part of the grating panel part itself. If you leave the attributes for the material and the size of the end bandings, they will be created using the settings of the material on the Parameters tab for the bearing bar size. Attribute settings will be applied to use when we create a grating part. We will select the plugin in our Applications and Components pane and then select the start point and the end point for the grating to create the part in the model. In this demonstration, we created a grating panel going from one side of the platform support beam flange edge to the other side of the platform on those beams outside flange edge also. Because of the position settings that we chose, the grating was created on top of the beam and to the right of our input points. To continue this demonstration, we're going to change the panel width to a nominal width of 24 inches and we'll set the on-plane offset to a 1/4 inch to get a space between our two panels. As you can see, we're creating these panels. As we're creating these panels, the xTGratingPanel plugin calculates the actual width based on the bearing bar thickness and the spacing of the bearing bars. To fill in all the grating panels we need on this platform, we are going to copy them to the right to the other end of our platform. When we get to the other end, we will see that the last panel is a little bit wide and it sticks out underneath the railing. Now we can easily measure the number of bearing bars back we need to go for the width that we need on the last panel and adjust it accordingly. On the measurement, it looks like we should remove about 6 inches from this 24-inch panel width, which would make it a nominal width of 18 inches. After modifying the last panel, we see we have about a 1/2 inch gap on the end, so we can select all our panels and move them a 1/4 inch to the right. Then we will have approximately a 1/4 inch on the left end of the platform and a 1/4 inch on the right end of the platform. We use the Move Linear command in Tekla to do this. You can see this xTGratingPanel plugin makes it very easy to lay out your panels exactly how they should be created. The drawings will reflect the panels accurately, and making the cutouts to the bearing bars the correct size is easy and quick. This makes your grating layout tasks much simpler and easier and helps eliminate chop errors and the ordering of inaccurate grating panels.